go get into the creme de la creme, okay? Bud is the king now. And I hope that he doesn't retire, but I will not be mad at him if he does. Now, first thing first before we get into this. Tank Davis, I'm sorry, you a sucker. Got love for you. I do. But you tried to fight Jake Paul. That's not it, bro. That's not it. That's not it. We just seen a great card with two great fighters. Tank, I know you signed the contract already. Just don't show up to the fight. Go fight somebody who's actually a boxer, who is somebody, so that you can gain back a little bit of respect. Because Crawford...
Little?
Yeah,
little this motherfucker respect. Needs a lot more to get respect back.
No. I said a little respect. I'm not talking about... I've lost all respect for him. I need him to fight somebody. Fighting Jake Paul for the money, you look bad. Even before this fight happened. The fact that this fight happened, Crawford went up weight classes to fight Canelo. You're fighting somebody who's beaten up one pro boxer?
A YouTuber. Yes, Jake Paul's got good boxing skills.
No.
Right?
I'm saying he's fighting a YouTuber who fought one pro boxer. And I'll give him Tommy. And he lost to Tommy.
Amateur. I would call Tommy an amateur boxer.
Okay. Either or.
Yeah. I hear you.
You know what I mean? I would hope that he would have went a different route. Now, is there anything else you want to say before we actually get to the good stuff?
Since you're going to talk about Tank, you're going to not let me talk about Tank? Because you know how I feel about Tank.
Go ahead.
So before we get into the Canelo, listen. I'm saying this day one. Tank. Tank this, Tank that, Tank that. Listen, you got skills. This is something I'm never going to say, that you do not have skills in the boxing ring. But you do a lot of talking, and you really ain't even fighting nobody. How do you go from fighting, what's his last fight? Roach? Lamont?
Yeah. Lamont Roach,
right?
Yeah.
That's your last fight.
Yeah.
How do you go from that to going fighting a YouTuber?
I don't know.
Please explain it to me, because I don't understand this. When I saw that, I thought, like, this was a wrong information coming up. Tank is fighting Jake Paul. Listen, every boxer that's a professional should refuse to fight Tank Davis from now on. No one should accept him to fight him. No one.
I mean, you can say that. My thing is, don't get knocked out. don't you get knocked out by Jake Paul. Because whatever legacy you think you have, that is gone. Okay?
Hey, I hope it's not. Listen,
gone.
Listen, I hope it's not fixed, and I really hope Jake Paul knocks him up. I hope it's not fixed.
I hope so.
But you know, that's a long wish.
Yeah. Now, I'm done with my rant. Da Vinci's done with their rant, because we heard about the Tank news and we wanted to talk about it, but I couldn't gather myself to talk about, or like my cousin Drops, he likes to say, I couldn't bring myself to reason foolishness. But after watching that great fight last night, I just thought I would just say that first before I get to talking about real boxing. Actual competitors, actual greats, putting on a show, showing us what boxing is meant to be. So, Crawford, Wakanda forever. You are king. The Black Panther has his powers. Okay? I doubted you. And I didn't doubt you in the sense like I thought you were going to get knocked out. I thought I was going to go to decision. Trust me. I already made my speech about how tough you are. You're a great switch hitter. The show that you put on last night, boy, if you retire on that, we going to have to change it from king to GOAT. I mean, people are calling you to GOAT right now, and it's just due. And people know me already who know me. Mayweather, you watch what he did? That is the greatest boxer of all time, aside from Muhammad Ali. You've done your work, Mayweather, but you fought people that were washed at times. Crawford didn't do that. Yes, I think his last fight before or after Spence was a little shaky. This one with Canelo, and I don't care what nobody says, there's no excuse for Canelo on why he lost. He lost. Period. Bud was the younger. Well, actually, sorry. I'm lying to y'all. My bad.
Canelo's
Bud
younger.
was the older, seasoned, more prepared fighter. Because I'm telling you, the combinations I see by boy. The thing is, Crawford didn't do anything he hasn't done before. Just for you people watching. This Crawford you just see, this is Crawford all day, every day. This is 24/7, 365. This wasn't a change in the guard. The only change in the guard with this one was Crawford wasn't walking him down. Crawford was letting him walk him down. Because that's Canelo's style. Canelo walks you down. Tries to wear you down. And then when you slow down, that's when you get hit with the pop. Problem is, Crawford took very minimal damage. You know what I mean? Canelo, I'm not gonna say he looked
There's
old.
a reason why that. I'll get to that, but you're right. You're right.
I'm not gonna say that Canelo's getting old, but there's a big playbook on you. And if you fight a fighter who has the tools in the toolbox that Da Vinci likes to say, you know what I mean? Who can expose you, this is what's gonna happen. When you fought Bivol Canelo, we all knew like Bivol's bigger than you. You still put on a great fight. Even last night, you still put on a great fight. The problem is with Bivol, you were a lot closer to people being like, I don't know if Bivol won. Last night, after about round 3, I'm sorry, Canelo. I didn't need to look at those scorecards. He was tatting you up. You know what I mean? He's playing pity pat with your face. And the thing I love about Crawford is he goes soft, hard. It's never all hard shots. He lines it up to throw what he wants to throw, where he wants to punish you. And Canelo couldn't catch on to it.
Yeah. First of all, congratulations to Crawford. You fight a phenomenal fight, all around defense, offense. Your combinations were a thing of the night. How you slip and hit combination in the tie up in the clinch there, ending off with combination was absolutely phenomenal. Combination is going to be the theme for me here because that was not the theme for Canelo. And if anyone don't believe me, go back and watch the fight. Canelo was one and done, and I was sitting there like I don't understand what's going on. Everything was one and done, and his most effective shots were like the one and done rip to the body.
Yeah, off his shovel punch.
Yeah, and sometimes Crawford would just slip out of the way of that one. Right, everything else, his hooks, Crawford would slide off it. But it was just one and done. There was no combination.
Do you want me to
just
tell you why there was no
walking down.
combinations, Da Vinci? Do you want me to
Go
tell you
ahead.
why?
Go ahead.
Because Bud punished him for trying to counter. You see how many times he tried to counter Bud, right? And Bud would give him something to think about. That's why he decided to throw one shot. You see that at the end of the fight, like the last 2 rounds, is when he started opening up and throwing more than just one shot. But Bud was punishing him for trying to be a counter fighter.
Well, I get that part, but you should be able to start off your own combinations too. Which he didn't. It was a lot of one and done. I didn't understand it. You walking him down, it's just one and done. You had a few good jabs in there. I didn't understand the follow up for a body to the hook after the jab or a left hook. I didn't understand it. You saw Bud, he went body, then head. Jab, body, and go back to head. He was giving you all combinations all over the place. Other than that, it was a great fight. It was a great fight by both men. Would I like to see the rematch? Hell yes. Why not?
Okay,
Why not?
so
Why not?
I feel you.
Why not have 3 fights in a row? Say Canelo win the next one, then we have the rematch. Why would not? Of the
Canelo's
greatest,
not gonna
why
win
would
the
not?
next one. I'm sorry. The reason why Canelo won't. Anybody that watched the Caleb Plant fight between him and Canelo, Caleb has legs like Bud Crawford. Okay, he can move around. He's very crafty. He can do his thing. The big problem is with Caleb when he fought Canelo is Canelo took his legs away. When Canelo's going to the body, he's not necessarily always just hitting the body. He's hitting your hips. Do you know what I mean? He's making it very uncomfortable for you. So eventually you slow down, and when you slow down, that's when he starts letting the combinations go. Because he's like,
Mm-hmm.
you can't run nowhere. Bud
Yeah.
didn't fall into that trap. But Bud didn't really go to the body as much as people think. Canelo went to the body a lot more than him because Canelo was trying to slow him down. What Bud was doing was saying, you reach, I teach. You know this, Da Vinci. How many times you play basketball and you tell somebody, hey, I know your hands ain't that fast. Don't reach over here or else you gonna be, touching earth. So in the case of Canelo, like I said, every time Canelo tried to counter him in a way to get some momentum, Bud shut it down. Also, Bud had him in his defensive stance for a good portion of the fight, even though he was walking Bud down. Because, like I said, Bud would hit him with some pity pats, right? And line up a hard shot. So it's like, go ahead.
You're right, but one of the key things too that people don't understand is as soon as the fight started, Bud went in there first round and he said he made it known that I'm here, Canelo. This is who I am.
Yeah.
Right? Right? He gave him shots, and this is it. Canelo was slow, and Canelo was just 1-1. Bud made it. Bud demanded respect, and he got respect from Canelo. That's what the thing was.
Here's the thing, though. You should know this, Da Vinci. Canelo's a slow starter. He doesn't come out the gate with the
Yeah,
engine all
exactly.
the way.
That's
He revs it
that's
up.
his
He
problem sometimes.
right? And just like Bud and great fighters, they're trying to see what each other's trying to do. The problem
Yeah.
is, by the time Canelo realized what was going on, it was too late.
Yeah.
And Bud was like, "Oh, I know he's a slow starter. Let's see how he likes this." But listen, at no point in time was Bud under pressure. And I hate to say this because I already know what's coming behind it once I see this. It's like some of Tank's fights. People think he's in trouble. They don't realize he's lulling the opponent to sleep. And the opponent makes a drastic or crazy mistake and they pay for it. And in this case, last night, Crawford at no point in time was uncomfortable. Crawford lulled Canelo to sleep and gave him the work.
So here's the thing is though, what we got to look at too, because when I was watching the whole fight, I was seeing the same thing throughout the fight. Canelo came in there to fight as he wanted that one punch. Crawford came in there because he was gonna box. No matter how he got the finish, Canelo was expecting that one punch because he said it's just one and done. That's it. Crawford was boxing.
Oh, definitely.
He was boxing. Crawford was throwing hard shots. If he hits you, so be it. But he was also boxing. Like,
Yes. I like to say yes and no. Like I said, Canelo's used to wearing, like anytime Canelo fights a fighter that might be a little faster or a little bit more elusive than he is, he works the body and the hips. Do you know what I mean? Because he needs to slow that opponent down. He doesn't want them to be as comfortable as Bud. Bud was sticking his tongue out last night in the middle of the fight, bro. That should let you know that he was like, oh, you want to go with the body? Because, like, Canelo didn't connect on a lot of those body shots. Like, he threw them, but the elbows, and you know what I mean? Like, when you have somebody dancing around and they're doing this and they sticking their tongue out, you ain't doing no damage. And the supposed headbutt that some people might say Canelo did on purpose, I don't even call that a headbutt, but
no.
I would just call that two heads clashing.
Oh my God,
right?
come on, man! You can't complain. Like that's ridiculous,
No,
people. Like
some
you
people,
just,
trust
I
me.
know, but you can clearly see by the angles that they were at, like it's just a clash ahead. Like, come on, bro.
Of course.
Yeah.
But to be honest, Bud's the goat, man. Like, and I'm not upset. I'm not mad. I don't believe anything was
Up.
awry. I believe Bud
Yeah.
is due his just due. He put the work in. He never. And I'm not saying Canelo, but he's never not come prepared.
Here's the
Bud
thing, so
is the GOAT for
so
this
here's the
era.
thing, boxing fans. Here's the thing, boxing fans and Canelo fans, on Crawford fans. Nobody should be disappointed here. This is a win for boxing.
Yeah.
This is a win for Canelo. This is a win for Crawford,
It's,
right?
it's, it's,
These
it's a
guys at their
win for
prime
real boxing,
decide because
not this
yeah,
clown
because
shit
this is
that's
what we
going
don't.
on.
This is what we don't get. We get this in UFC. We get top guys to fight top guys, but this is what we don't get in UFC in boxing. The
Yeah.
top guys fighting top guys who are not afraid to take a loss. Now, this is one thing you got to respect about Canelo. All this Benavides guy, whatever, I don't care about him. Like he's not on. See, get out of here. Canelo will fight anybody. He's not
Yeah.
scared. But you're not on his level. Crawford is on his level, so he fought. So this is a win all the way around.
Yeah, it
Now,
is.
I, I would love to see a rematch. I would love to see a rematch.
Me, I'm good on the
It's
rematch.
big.
I'm
It's
good on the
big.
rematch. It's going to be the same
But
thing
how
again.
could you not?
It's
You
going to be the
can't really
same
say
thing again.
that. You can't really
Listen,
say that because
even
you can't say that. You can't say that
I watch.
because
Okay,
he got okay
hold on.
because we watch. I understand. We watched the fight.
No,
We
it's not
saw
that.
him.
Let me
But there's
bring
a
up
thing called
another example.
adjustments,
Let me bring up a. You want to see Spencer Crawford again?
bro. Come on, that's the same level,
No,
bro.
no.
Come
Listen, I'm
on.
not saying it's the same level, but when
That
you
was a
see,
one-sided beatdown,
I
bro.
understand that. But this,
That's not comparison. No,
no.
don't
This
do
was
that.
still a
Don't do
one-sided beatdown.
that.
It wasn't to the extreme as Spencer's, but Canelo is not. It doesn't matter what game plan he has. He doesn't have the right tools to beat Crawford.
Ooh, that's
He doesn't have. We just seen it. He does not have the right tools to beat Crawford. I'm a Canelo stan. Canelo's my
nah.
guy, bro.
That kind of like I not agree with that, bro.
But I'm
That's
talking the
not.
truth right now. I'm speaking the gospel.
Nah.
It is Sunday. Amen. Hallelujah.
Hey,
Praise the
yeah.
Lord. I'm
It
telling
ain't
you,
Sunday in your world, bro.
Canelo does not have the right tools to beat Crawford. I'm
Mm-mm,
sorry.
mm-mm,
Da
mm-mm.
Vinci, Crawford moved up 2 weight classes.
Mm-hmm.
And he was moving like he was still the 2 weight classes he just came from, bro.
Yeah, because he's still lighter. He's still a lighter guy. It doesn't matter what.
Yes, which means
Yeah.
unless he's gonna bulk up again, which he won't bulk up again for Canelo because he won't need
Mm.
to. Canelo's at a disadvantage, and yes, age gets all of us. Father time is undefeated. If this was a 3-year younger Canelo with a few less fights on him, maybe we can see it.
Well,
But
listen, bro. I understand what you're saying. I do. I see your point. But as a fan of boxing and as a fan of combat, I would love to see it because we don't get this often.
I, Da Vinci, I understand, but I want Canelo to live a long, healthy life. And you can't live a long,
Come on,
healthy
bro.
life
Stop
standing
it,
in front
bro.
of this guy again
Stop
for
it.
another 12 rounds. For another.
Stop.
No. Da Vinci, did you see his face? You know why he's wearing the hat the way he's wearing it, right? His face is red as hell. You know why his face is red as hell? Because Crawford was mincing that up. Crawford was
So
giving
what
it.
are you so you're telling me a caliber on a level of fighter of Canelo cannot make adjustments and see what he did wrong and fight better next time. That's what you're telling me.
I'm telling
Because that's the
you.
point I'm trying to make.
No. What I'm telling you, there's no game plan that they can come up with for Canelo with his skill set that is going to be able to stop what Crawford wants to do.
I don't agree with that.
It's not me saying Crawford is the like overall better fighter all around. Crawford's skill set, you heard in the promotion, right? Crawford, he's a different type of animal. I said it before in the other pod. I said the man got shot in the head and drove himself to the hospital and had to learn how to walk and talk. That is a different type of animal. Okay?
Yeah.
Crawford at no
I
point in
hear
time,
you.
I can
I hear
witness
you.
at no point in time has he ever downplayed anybody, ever tried to say he was the greatest, whatever the case is. He's been very humble, just like Canelo.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah. That's why it's good. That's why it's so good, bro.
Yeah,
It
of course.
wasn't
And
nothing
Canelo,
disrespectful. It was nothing disrespectful when we're talking about no one's family or nothing.
yeah,
It was just guys, two top guys in the world decide to fight each other,
it's that
and they
Dubai money
fought
though.
each
It's
other.
that Dubai money.
Uh,
That
hey,
Dubai money.
hey, hey, Tank, take some lessons. Take,
No, what do you mean take
Tank,
some
take,
lessons? Listen, I keep telling people he's 5'5". Take it, go fight anybody. He got to fight somebody who he knows he has more
so,
than a 60% chance of beating.
I don't mean to go off track here, but it just hurts me, bro. You have people out there want to fight you, so you can't say that, right? You can't say that. No,
No,
if
I'm
they're
saying
saying that
that
you
he
don't want
has
to
a
fight them now,
60% chance of him beating. Okay,
yeah, because
people sorry for this. I'm just gonna give you a name. Shakur Stevenson, for as boring as he is, you think who's gonna win, him or Tank?
I think I would pick Tank.
You would pick Tank against Shakur, a guy who's very so boring because he's textbook.
Okay, wait. But he is boring, but maybe his born stock can beat Tank's. Right.
Like I
Okay.
said,
I
Tank
see.
will take
I will.
fights, and I'm a Tank fan.
Yeah.
Tank will take fights where he has a 60% or more chance of beating that opponent. He's not go. I'm not saying every fighter is like that. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that's what the boxing game is. What I'm saying is that individual does not take risks. Canelo, Crawford, they take risks.
Yeah.
They take
So I
risks
gotta respect them. So I gotta respect them.
because they want to be the greatest. They don't
Yeah.
want no discussion. That's why when Roy Jones
Yeah.
says what he says about Floyd, I agree with him.
Mhm.
Yes, you can call Roy Jones washed after the first time he got knocked out. Whatever. He's still one
No.
of the greatest fighters of all time.
Well,
Okay?
here's the thing though. If anyone sit there and you call a person washed for having a loss and try and say that diminish, I can't even
Diminishes.
speak. Yeah, all the stuff they have done before that, you're not a fan. You don't understand combat. You should just be quiet, right? A fighter can still be the great, and take losses.
Yeah.
Understand that?
It's individual sport, right?
Yeah.
It's you, yourself, no Irene in the ring. Excuse me. But back to what I was saying. Now, I'm not saying Canelo's washed. I'm just saying Crawford is not the opponent for him if he wants to continue fighting.
I don't
We
know.
don't even know if that's
I think a
Crawford's
lot of
last
people will
fight.
disagree with you. I
So,
think a lot of people will disagree with you on that.
they can disagree with me all they want. I want to see both these. I want to see Canelo go home to his family right. That's what I want to see. I want to see
Canelo's
these.
good,
I
bro.
want to see these
Canelo's-
young men enjoy their lives, enjoy their riches, and spread greatness, goodness, loving care to the rest of the world, and help some of these younger boxers get on their level. That's what I want. Do you know what I mean? They've put in their just due, especially Canelo.
Hey,
You see Canelo's
like I
record.
said.
Canelo fought the ant
Yeah.
underneath the freaking tree, bro.
Yeah,
He's good.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
He's
Put
done
some
it.
respect on his name.
You
Put
know what I
some
mean?
respect on his name,
That's what I'm
bro.
saying. Like, I'm not calling
Yeah.
him wash. I'm just saying he doesn't. He doesn't
Have
have the
anything
tools.
else to prove?
He has
Nothing
nothing
else
else
to
to prove,
prove.
and he doesn't have the tools for this fight. Why?
I,
Like, it'd be a money grab. And listen, if he wants to do that, that's okay. Maybe they put in some stipulations. Hey, listen, you slow down those combinations a little bit, Crawford, and let me get a couple extra
stop
shots.
it! Oh, stop it! Oh, stop it! You ass!
No, listen.
Stop it!
Da
You're
Vinci,
just a jerk.
come on,
Stop
you
it!
see those. When I mentioned it in the last one, you was like, yeah, we want to talk about some combos because that's what Crawford was doing all day. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing: is though, the bigger picture for this is, I hope all of these boxers out here right now look at this. It's like, don't be scared to lose of competition. Go out there and fight. Because none of these boxers, all of them want to protect this perfect and old record. We all know who they learned that from. So they'll avoid fights, right? Trying to get that perfect record. No.
Yeah.
Look at some of the greatest. They don't have perfect records, brother. So I hope you guys fight the best. That's how you
Also,
become the best.
also, special shout out to Max Kellerman, man. I haven't seen you in a while, my guy. I
Yes.
appreciate your commentary. I appreciate everything you do. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if God permits it, we might be able to get him up here to talk some boxing with us, talk some sports and stuff. You know what I mean? Hopefully, we'll reach out to him as soon as possible here. But it was just good to see him too. It was a good card. Like,
It was.
I think boxing at times has these main events where like the very last fight is like
Mhm.
the best fight, and everything else is kind of hit or miss from
Yeah.
start from the prelims. I don't know if did you watch the prelims?
Yeah, I watched some of it. It was good.
Some of those fights were ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, this was a good card, and I think the gentleman with Dana who put this together, I
Yeah.
think they understand what it is to have a boxing card, because
So
this card wasn't stacked, but this card
yeah,
had talent,
he,
good,
he
willing fighting talent, and I think that is what boxing needs when it comes to these cards that they do for the pay-per-views.
and I think one thing that this boxing will benefit from Dana White is obviously because I've known who Dana White is for many years, but they will benefit from this because Dana White will push for the best boxers to fight the best, just like he does in UFC. He doesn't care. He's like, if you're friends, what do you think this is?
Yeah,
And you're top guys, you should fight each other. So that's one thing boxing fans are gonna look
yeah,
forward to
yeah,
is
and I mean,
top fighters fighting top fighters.
yeah, and me, like, I'm not the biggest fan of Dana
Yeah,
for my own
yeah,
personal reasons, but
yes,
for a businessman, he
yeah,
knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So